course, one would be correct at this stage to say for many South Africans, it's certainly not a happy June 16, as many of us are still living in shock as we have to deal daily with the number of women that are killed, in particular by their intimate partners, as the shocking statistics of gender-based violence grip our consciousness as a people. And here in Eesterust, the reality is that of the shock that people are living with, women that are saying that they live in fear daily. In particular now, as you know, the story, that brutal story of 42-year-old Evelyn De Kock, who apparently had been murdered by her partner. Of course, police investigations continuing. Just to give an update on that, police have actually yesterday arrested a 50-year-old gentleman in connection with that particular incident. So it seems like there has been a swift progress regarding that. Here in Eesterust, just to give you a visual, you can see the placards here of, in particular, the young men that are standing in solidarity, saying that enough is enough. Here you can see stop gender-based violence, and really a plethora of placards that are denouncing the spate of violence in the country that is aimed at women and children in particular. There you see others there clad in black. They're walking to the bridge there to further their demonstrations, really calling for action from all parts of society. You would know that the Minister of Police, the Minister of Women, Children and People with Disabilities, they've all, added their voice to this, saying that everybody's partnership is needed here. It is not a government problem. It is a societal problem, and everybody needs to give their, of course, cooperation so that we can together fight this scourge. So let's speak to some of the organizers of this particular march here as the community stand in solidarity. And it's not an incident that is limited to Eesterust. It's an incident that we see across the country. So let's speak to Ravel Harris. Ravel, you guys have acted swiftly as a community, really, organizing to get action and to have the powers that be to intervene and find a solution. Just give us the breakdown here.
Yes, we have. Myself and a friend of mine, Mobeen Davis, spoke about it just the other day when the incident happened, when we found out what happened. And we decided that, it's time to stand up, speak up as young men in this country, that we denounce what is happening. It's not right, it's not fair, and we need to stand up, we need to say something. We intervened with the police and asked for their permission to be able to do this. Obviously, due to social distancing and all of that, considering what is going on in the country right now with the pandemic. But we can't keep quiet just because the pandemic is here. We need the same action and force that the government used to fight coronavirus, to keep people in their yards and in their houses. We need that same power to come out and support women that are being killed by men at the hands of men, which is unfair.
When you say that you need the same support from government to come and fight this, what action are you looking from government? What is it, you as a young man standing here, what would you want to see government do?
The government deployed policemen and military personnel from all over in thousands and thousands. We need the same to be done for women. We need a manhunt for these killers to be hunted down, to have the same power to come out and hunt these men down, deploy thousands of military personnel and police and find these
How is
killers.
that going to help? Let me tell you this. By the time we act, a woman is already killed. By the time the state comes in, which is the law, that woman is dead. Are you not supposed to rally society? Are you not supposed to rally yourself as a man? Are these men not supposed to start decluttering their mind and start changing their minds in terms of a societal mind change? Because saying government must fight this is really what has defeated it. That is why it does not go down, because we have outsourced the responsibility to the state. What about ourselves?
That is why myself and Mobeen and the rest of these young men have taken a stand. That is why we are here today, because we as a society are standing up for this. Enough is enough. But we cannot stand on this by ourselves. We need the government to help us. We need the government to see that young men have said enough is enough. We've taken the first step, we need them to come to the party and assist us. Help us in Eesterust, because our women are not safe, not just in Eesterust, but the rest of the country.
All right, thank you so much. We'll leave it at there. Ravel Harris here just giving us an update. The Minister of Women will be meeting with the family and some of the activists in the community just to also give her input, sympathize with the family, also express her condolences. And we will be hearing from the Minister what is her plan of action, as many South Africans around the country are saying enough is enough. Let's go back to studio.
All right, Patricia Visagie live for us there. Thank you very much indeed for your report.